What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my bookish world. I'm Alex, and today I am going to be doing my December TBR. Yes, I know it is already December. This is coming in a few days late. I wanted to say sorry for my little hiatus that I took, like a little break, in November, like 2 weeks, I think. I didn't really mean to. Life just kind of got busy. You know, obviously we had Thanksgiving, and I work at Barnes & Noble right now, and so obviously the holiday season is really starting to approach, or has approached, and so it's been incredibly busy, so I am working way more hours than I am used to, and you know, by the time I get home, I just want to do my job searching, and I want to go to sleep, and usually that means that I don't want to film. I usually just want to take my makeup off. I want to get in comfy clothes. But I'm taking this chance for my day off. I have 2 days off in a row. Hasn't happened in a while. So I'm taking taking advantage of it. And I am filming a couple of videos for the next couple weeks. And I will probably just be bulk filming. So you know what? You're going to see me in the same clothes. I'm sorry. I'm not changing. I'm lazy. But anyway, this is my December TBR. I want to say it's manageable, but that's not true. I did take some books off of my December TBR when I realized that, like, it was going to be huge. There was no way I was going to finish it. So shout out to me, for doing that to myself. And I decided just to read books that I owned that I already wanted to get to in December. I just, for whatever reason, I didn't think that there were that many. But now looking at it, it's a pretty big stack. So let me just get started with the book that I started in November, and I will talk about that first. So right now, I am currently reading A Shadow in the Ember by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I am currently, where am I in this book? I am like 200 pages into it. I read a quarter of it in November. I'm enjoying it. I mean, obviously, she's a thick one, so it's going to take me a little bit to get through it, but I'm definitely finally hitting, like, a groove and more of a fast-paced area, so I'm hoping that it shouldn't take me that long to finish, because, like I said, as much as I would like... Bailey, are you chewing on your sweater? No chewing on your sweater, stinker. She's literally... You can't see her, but she's lying over there with her sweater. Don't chew on that, you little stinker. She's gonna come over here because she doesn't like it when I get mad at her. But anyway, so I'm hoping to finish this. Like I said, my TBR looks pretty manageable, if I have time to read this month, and considering I'm filming this on the 2nd and I'm only 200 pages in, yeah. Let's hope by the time this video actually goes up, I will be done. That would be a nice surprise. What are you doing? She's crazy. The next book I have on my TBR is one that I've been trying to get to for a couple months, and just haven't been able to, but I'm hoping this month I will, and that is For Tunas by KJ Sutton. This is a book that definitely got hyped up on BookTube last year by Becca from Becca and the Books, who I love. I follow, all that good stuff. But she really enjoyed it, so I'm really interested in it. I don't really know if it's going to be my cup of tea. I've read some, like, paranormal-esque romance, fantasy romance. Obviously, this is fantasy romance, and so is, like, Sarah J. Maas and other stuff. But I haven't read a ton of it, and so this, I feel like, is kind of more of a step up. But I do have the second book, so I at least want to read to that and decide if I like it. Hopefully, I can get to it this month. The next one that I have is actually a pretty tiny one. I don't remember if this one's signed. But I got this during the Barnes & Noble book haul thing that they do, where they do, like, a huge discount on a bunch of different books. And so I got this one because at the time I was interviewing with the company that published this book. Didn't get the job, obviously, but I wanted to read it, and that is I Am Not Dying With You Tonight by Kimberly Jones and Julie Siegel. This book is pretty short, so I'm hoping that I can get through it in a short amount of time. All I really know, it's about Lena and Campbell, and they're not friends, but something happens at a Friday night football game, where suddenly, like, everything turns into, like, a mass chaos. and the city is like up in flames, and they only have each other to rely on if they're going to survive the night. So I'm interested. This seems like it's going to be pretty fast paced, and like I said, it's very, very short. So hopefully I will get through this pretty quickly. I then have The Love Hypothesis by Allie Hazelwood, which has been hyped this year. And I bought it because it looked really interesting. I started seeing it on BookTube a lot. But basically, this is about a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith. She doesn't believe in romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into this situation. So convincing that Olive is dating and well on her way to happily ever after was always going to take more than Hanoi Jedi mind tricks. Scientists require proof, so like any self-respecting biologist, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. Which is why Olive is positively floored when Stanford's reigning lab tyrant agrees to keep your charade a secret and be your fake boyfriend. When a big science conference goes haywire, putting Olive's career on the Bunsen burner, Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and even more unyielding six-pack abs. Oof. Suddenly, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion, and Olive discovers that the only thing more complicated than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. Which, like, first of all, I love all, like, the science-y puns in here. Cute. But I just think this sounds absolutely adorable. I've heard really good things about our main love interest, Adam, and so I'm really excited about this. And I read romance a lot, so I'm hoping this will be a quick read as well. And then I am hoping to read Anyway the Wind Blows by Rainbow Rowell. This is a thick one, but it's pretty big font. There's like pictures, and also like, I don't know. I just think I've read her stuff before, her Rainbow Rowell books and her Simon Snow trilogy before. This is the third book in the trilogy, and they go pretty fast, even though they have them kind of thick. So I'm really excited to get to this one. I've had this one for a couple months as well. Have not gotten to it. I'm trash. Are you surprised? But the hope is that I'll be able to get to it this month. I don't know. Might end up listening to an audiobook. I work a lot of 7 a.m. shifts, so this might be one that I just end up audiobooking and listening to when I'm shelving in the mornings before we open. So, yep. And then I have 2 more here, but I have 3, or technically 3 more. One just hasn't come out yet. But next I have Daughter of the Deep by Rick Riordan. This came out in October, and I was hoping to read it in October, and then I was hoping to read it in November, and I didn't, because I was in a little bit of a slump in November, because things were busy. And then I just didn't get to it. So, Daughter of the Deep is basically Rick Riordan's new book. I think it's a standalone. It doesn't take place inside of the Percy Jackson world or anything. Basically, it follows this girl named Anna, who's a freshman at Harding Pencroft Academy, a 5-year high school that graduates the best marine scientists, naval warriors, navigators, and underwater explorers in the world. So basically, Anna's freshman year goes on this weekend trial at sea. She only hopes that... So, and then on their bus ride to their ship, Anna and her schoolmates witness a terrible tragedy that will change the trajectory of their lives. But the professor also accompanying them informs Anna that Harding Pencroft has been fighting a Cold War against its rival school, Land Institute, for 150 years. Now that Cold War has been turned up to a full boil, and the freshmen are in danger of becoming fish food. In a race against deadly enemies, Anna will make amazing friends and astounding discoveries about her heritage as she puts her leadership skills, to the test for the first time. So, I love Rick Riordan. I don't know if you can tell. I have like a little dedication to him. Sorry, talking too loud is going to make my throat hurt, so water it is. And obviously I love all of his books. I think I've given most of them 5 stars, if not 4 stars. So I'm really excited about this. I know it's inspired by 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, which I haven't read. I shelved a lot of copies of that at work, but I haven't read it. But I'm still really interested in it. It's definitely different, and I know it's already going to be adapted into a TV show, either on Netflix or on Disney Plus, which is exciting. So yeah, and it's also pretty short, so like, I'm really excited to get to it. I then have Forever Interrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I have again been trying to read for months, but my thing this year has been giving myself very high expectations for TBRs when, like, just life has been busy this year, and my motivation for reading, I will say, has been down a lot more than it was previously, just because life is busy. But anyway, this one basically follows a girl named Elsie Porter who meets this guy and has this whirlwind relationship that turns into, like, marriage very quickly. But after they've gotten married, 9 days later, Ben, her husband, is out riding his bike and he is hit by a truck and killed on impact. And so through most of the story, I think it goes through, like, goes back and forth between their romance, and also the now, which is about Elsie and her mother-in-laws that she hasn't met, Susan's healing process. And I'm really excited for this. Taylor Jenkins Reid obviously is very popular as an author with Malibu Rising, Seven Husbands, and Daisy Jones and the Six. But I also really enjoy her backlist. I think her backlist is just absolutely incredible and so impactful. So I'm really excited to get to it. So yeah. The one book that I don't have here is Wicked Souls, I believe. It's by Katie Wismer. It's a sequel to her book, The Marionettes, which is kind of a vampire, no, it's vampire. It's vampire and witches. It's a romance. It's a fantasy romance. It's like Twilight, but for adults. So I'm very excited to get to that. So yeah, that's it for my December TBR. Let's hope I can get to it. Like I said, this is going to be a busy month. I have some crazy work hours. But we got this. We got this. So yeah, I'm also really tired. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Follow all my social media down below. That's Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.